activity together, right? The table below shows the stepped water tariff rates sliding scale for residential properties in Cape Town. As from the 1st of February 2018, level 6 tariffs were charged. Okay, so the table shows the stepped water tariff rate sliding scale for residential houses in Cape Town. Okay, so this is basically the step that has been given to us. We are given 6 steps, right? We are basically told or given the volume or the amount of water that is used. We are told that this is the level 4, or what is the tariff that is basically charged. So the rands per kiloliters that are basically charged, including the VAT, the 15% VAT. And we're also given the level 6 tariffs, which are the rands per kiloliter, and it also includes that 15% VAT. Because I've already discussed the approach with you guys, because I've already gone into detail as to how you need to approach this question, going through these questions is just going to be a breeze, and we are just going to be done in a few minutes. Okay, so let's just look at the following questions. Use the table above to answer the questions that follow. What is the tariff on level 4 if a household used an amount of water that is above 20 kiloliters up to 35 kiloliters? Okay, so with this question, guys, please quickly, right, just take a screenshot of these questions quickly, then try them on your own quickly, right? Look at the questions, try them on your own for like the next 10 minutes, right? Then play this video tutorial and just try and see if you're able to basically apply yourselves in these questions using the information that I've given you. Okay, so let's just see. What is the tariff on level 4 if a household used an amount of water that is above 20 kiloliters up to 35 kiloliters? Okay, so this question asks us to basically focus on level 4, right? And they're asking us, what is the tariff if the household used an amount of water that is above 20 kiloliters up to 35 kiloliters? So we're going to look at step 4, level 4, and we want to find out what the tariff is, right? So we're going to be looking at step 4, level 4, which I've already highlighted, right? And what is the tariff, right? So in step 4, level 4, the tariff, right, for if you use between 20 kiloliters of water up to 35 kiloliters of water is how much? 43 Rand and 69 cents. Okay, so let's write that down. Question number 2. In which step or interval will you pay 52 Rand and 44 cents on level 6, right? So in this question, guys, we are going to be focusing on what? We're going to be focusing on level 6, right? And we want to find out which step will we pay 52 Rand and 44 cents, right? So let's go back and see. We're going to be focusing on level 6. We want to find out which step will we pay 52 Rand and 44 cents. In this question, we're going to be focusing on level 6, and we want to find out which step will we be paying 52 Rand and 44 cents, right? So we see that in step number 2, right, we will be paying 52 Rand and 44 cents. Okay, so we're going to write that down. Next question. Calculate the VAT exclusive tariff of step 1 of level 6, right? So what is the VAT exclusive tariff of which step? Step 1 on which level? Level 6. So we're focusing on level 6 on step 1, and we want to calculate what will the tariff be if the VAT is not included, right? Okay, so let's look. So we already see that on our level 6, our step 1, right? What was our tariff? Our tariff was 29 Rand and 93 cents, right? What do we know about this 29 Rand and 93 cents? We were told that this 29 Rand and 93 cents is an amount that includes the VAT, right? So this question wants us to calculate how much this amount would be if the VAT was not included. So guys, this is also a very, very important question, guys. In this water tariff video tutorial, guys, we are basically killing two birds with one stone. First one, I'm explaining to you guys how you approach your water tariff questions. The second one, I'm also explaining to you guys how you basically calculate an amount that excludes VAT, right? So if you've been following all my video tutorials, guys, you will be very familiar with this method of how you basically calculate an amount that excludes your VAT, okay? You should be familiar with this method if you've been going through the past paper solutions, okay? So the first thing we already know here, question number 3, okay? We know that in step number 1, this 29 Rand and 93 cents, right, is what? Is an amount including the 15% VAT, okay? So this amount includes 15% VAT. However, the question wants us to do what? Calculate the VAT exclusive tariff, right? So what would that amount be if the VAT of 15% wasn't added? Okay, so what do we do, guys? Very, very important, guys. You need to remember this method all the time. You think what the amount including VAT is equal to 115%. Okay, your VAT amount is equal to 15%, and your amount excluding VAT. How would you get your amount excluding VAT, right? It's your amount including VAT of 115% minus your VAT amount of your 15% to give you how much? Your 100%. So your amount excluding VAT is your 100%. Okay, so how would we get the amount excluding VAT from that amount? So what you do is you take that 29 Rand and 93 cents, you multiply by what you want. What do you want, guys? We want to find what the amount excluding VAT is going to be. So we're going to multiply by 100% and you divide it by what you have. And what do we have? What does that 29 Rand and 93 cents represent? That represents our tariff that includes VAT, right? So what do we have? We've got our amount including VAT. So we're going to multiply it by your 115%, okay? And if you punch that into your calculator, right? And if you punch that into your calculator, you'll get that your amount excluding VAT will be 26 Rand and 0.26 cents, right? If you keep it at 3 decimal places, let's just round this off to 2 decimal places. It'll be 26 Rand and 0.03 cents. Okay, so the amount that excludes your VAT, okay, would be, so the tariff amount for level 6 step 1 that excludes VAT would be 26 Rand and 3 cents. Okay, guys, this is very important. It just pops up randomly all the time in all your questions. So you need to make sure that you really understand this concept of how you would calculate an amount excluding VAT, an amount including VAT. You think of what do you want? What do you have? You multiply by what you want. You divide by what you have, okay, to get your answer. Okay, very important, guys. Very important. NB. All right, so let's go on to the next question. Use the table to calculate the amount a household will have to pay on level 4 for consuming 15 kiloliters. Right. So now we need to calculate an amount a household will have to pay. We're going to be focusing on which level? Level 4. And how many kiloliters of water are we consuming, or has the household consumed? 15 kiloliters of water. So let's go on to our table. We're going to be focusing on which level? Level number 4. How many kiloliters of water has this household consumed? This household has consumed 15 kiloliters of water. So when we are adding up the volume of water in all our steps, we need to make sure that we're not going over 15 kiloliters of water, right? In the first step, we know how many kiloliters of water have we consumed? 6 kiloliters of water. In the second step, how many kiloliters of water have we consumed? 10 minus 6, it's 4 kiloliters of water. So already we've got how many kiloliters of water here? We've got 10. But we need how many? We need 15. That means that we need 5 more kiloliters of water in our step number 3 to get to 15 kiloliters of water. Okay, so remember, in this third step, we said that it's 10 kiloliters of water. However, we're not consuming that full 10 kiloliters of water in this step. We're just consuming how many? 5 kiloliters of water, right? To give or to take us to how many kiloliters of water? To take us to 15 kiloliters of water. So when we take 6 plus 4 plus 5, we are getting to that 15 kiloliters of water. So that is basically what I mean when I talk about check to see if the volume of the water adds up. If they're saying that a household consumed 15 kiloliters of water, you need to make sure that when you're adding up all the volumes in these different steps, they need to take you to 15 kiloliters of water. We can't say that it's going to be 6 kiloliters plus 4 kiloliters plus, let me show you something. Here, 20 minus 10 is 10 kiloliters. Okay, we can't say it's 10 kiloliters here because 6 plus 4 plus 10 gives us 20. We don't want 20 kiloliters of water. This family didn't consume 20 kiloliters of water. They consumed 15 kiloliters of water in this case, right? So that is why we basically said that what is the kiloliters of water that's then remaining or that they use then in the third step, it would be then the 5. Okay. All right. So 6 plus 4, and then lastly, what would be the remainder here that they need to consume or that they consumed in the step 3? It's 5. Okay, so now what do we need to do? It'll be that 6 kiloliters of water multiplied by 4.65, 4 kiloliters multiplied by 17.75, 5 kiloliters multiplied by 25.97 to get how much is the tariff in each step. Then what do? We add up the tariffs together to get how much this family will have to pay for using 15 kiloliters of water. Let's do that. All right, so I've basically repeated or rewritten what I was saying there. If you punch these into your calculator, guys, what do you get? 6 times 4.65 gives you 27.90. 4 times 17.75 gives you 71 rand. And 5 times 25.7 gives you 25.97 gives you 129 rand and 85 cents. Okay, what do we need to do now? We need to add up all these tariffs together to get the total cost that the family will have to pay for consuming. Will be 27.90 plus 71 plus 129.85. If you punch that into your calculator, you will get 228.75. Okay. Therefore, the total cost for consuming 15 kiloliters of water, all right, will be 228 rand and 75 cents. Okay, so that is basically the second last question, right? It just says use the table to calculate an amount a household will have to pay on level 6 for consuming 23 kiloliters. Okay, so all that you need to do now, you're basically focusing on level 6, and in level 6 now they're basically consuming 23 kiloliters, right? So you need to make sure that when you're adding up the volume of the water in each step, right, you need to get to 23 kiloliters. Okay, so quickly, let's just do that. Actually, let's do it. It's fine. Okay, so we know that in the first step, we know that in this, okay, so here we're basically focusing on our level 6. All right, in this case, guys, we are consuming 23 kiloliters of water, right? We know that here in this step it's 6 kiloliters maximum that are obviously consumed on this step. There we know it's 4 kiloliters maximum. Already, guys, we've got how many kiloliters of water? We've got 10. There in this step we know that it's 10 kiloliters of water. Already, how many kiloliters of water do we have now, guys? 20, right? But we need how many? 23. Therefore, in this step, on the fourth step, we're just going to be consuming 3 kiloliters of water, right? So it's 6 plus 4 plus 10 plus 3 gives us what? 23, right? So that's why I'm saying that first thing, you basically check the water that is consumed in each step, right? And you check to see if it adds up to what the quantity or the volume of the water that is given to you in your question. And in this case, it adds up. So all that we need to do, guys, is just multiply the volume of the water with the tariff that is given to us in level 6, add them up to get what the total cost is going to be. Let's do that. All right. So basically, guys, just to reiterate, we are focusing on level number 6, right? So that is basically why I said 6 times 29.93, 4 times 52.44, 10 times 114, and 3 times 134, right? So that is basically why I did that, right? Let's punch all these values into our calculator. All right, so if you punch the values into your calculator, right, you'll get 179.58 for the first step. You'll get 209.76 for the second step, 1,140 for the third step, and 402 for the third step. If you add all of these amounts together, the total cost for consuming 23 kiloliters in level 6 will therefore be, you adding up all these values together, which is equal to 1,931 rand and 34 cents. Okay, and that is it, guys, right? So I hope you guys really enjoyed this detailed video tutorial that I created for you guys on your water tariffs, right? I gave you guys a detailed analysis of this table that is basically given to us here, right? Right, as to what these steps mean and what the intervals, right, that are given to us in these steps mean, by using a JoJo tank to help you understand what is happening in each region, right, guys? We also went through the approach that you need to always have at the back of your head when you're obviously tackling your water tariffs. You need to calculate the water per step. You need to take into consideration what is the volume that is given to you in the question, right? If they tell you that it's 23 kiloliters, you need to make sure that when you're adding up the volumes in each step, that you get to 23 kiloliters, right? And then you need to multiply the volume in each step by the tariff that is given to you in each step. And then once you've done that, you add up all the tariffs together to get how much you would pay towards the water bill for consuming a particular amount, a particular volume of water. Right. So I hope that was very informative for you guys. I hope it was a great help. I hope I'm not gonna be getting questions on, can you please do water tariffs, because I tried my level best to explain it to you guys in the most detailed way. All right. Okay. For homework, guys, I'm gonna give you this question. Actually, you know what? Okay, for homework, guys, I'm going to give you question number 6 to do, right? It says calculate how much more a household will pay on level 6 compared to level 4 for consuming 37 kiloliters of water, right? So you need to basically calculate how much a household will pay on level 4, how much a household will pay on level 6, and then you need to basically see which household will pay more, right? So I'll basically be tackling that. Tomorrow we'll be just answering or looking into that solution, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Please make sure that you do the homework, and then also please make sure that you engage in the video tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed the video tutorial, guys, and I'll see you guys on my next upload.